Hello traders, Footy Trader here from myfootballtrading.com, and it's been a while since I last recorded a video, but today the day is very special. As you all know, it's the start of Euro 2024 in Germany. So the wait is over, everyone is excited, myself included. There will be a lot of games, a lot of trading, and hopefully a lot of green on our screens, yeah? So the main reason for this video is to have a look at today's game, the opening match between the hosts Germany and Scotland. And just wanted to share my thoughts about this game and share a couple of trading ideas, and you know, you can select one of them. You don't need to select any. Always do your own research, right, and think independently. Right, so there are in this game today there are a couple of ways to look at it and to trade it if you want to trade it. So first of all, let's have a look at the match odds market. So this is currently what we are looking at. And Germany is priced at 129, Scotland at 13. This essentially is telling us that Germany is 10 times better than Scotland. Yeah, so the first decision really that is in front of you is whether you agree with what the market is telling you. So if you think Germany is 10 times better than Scotland, then, you know, there is no value for you in the match odds market, to make things simple. If, however, you believe that the market is wrong and Germany is less times better. I mean, we can all agree that Germany is a better team than Scotland. I mean, sorry to all Scottish fans. But, you know, it may not be 10 times better. So one way of approaching it would be just to simply lay Germany in this game, right? If you think that the market is wrong here and Germany is not, again, 10 times a better team than Scotland is. So looking at both teams now very closely, Germany played two friendlies and they weren't that convincing, yeah, because they drew 0-0 with Ukraine on the 3rd of June and then they defeated Greece 2-1, you know, 4 days later. But if you look closer, you'll notice that Greece was leading from 33rd minute and Germany scored an equalizer in 56th minute and then scored the winning goal in 89th minute, so at the very end of the game. Those were friendlies. You know, friendlies are to test some strategies, test some formations, some players. So, you know, it doesn't mean that much. Scotland started with Gibraltar and they won 2-0. And 4 days later they faced Finland, and that was a pretty crazy game. It was 0-0 at half time. Then Scotland was leading 2-0. And in the end, they drew 2-2 because Finland scored the first goal in 72nd minute and then in 85th minute made it 2-2. Yeah. Both teams last met in 2015. It was Euro qualifications. It was 3-0 to Germany away and 2-1 at home. not that those games matter, right? Because they were played like, you know, 10 years ago. So not that it matters a lot, but Scotland was able to score against Germany in their last 4 encounters. And also 7 out of last 9 opening games in Euro, basically the first match of the Euros, you know, has seen both teams on the score sheet in 7 of last 9 editions. And that leads me to another option, yeah, that you can consider, and that is to look at the both teams to score market. Both teams to score, you can probably still get 2.3 for both teams scoring, and 2.3 is 43% chance, yeah. So again, the question you need to answer is whether for you the chance of both teams scoring in this game is higher than or lower than 43%. If you think that the chance is higher than 43%, then, you know, you back both teams to score because, you know, for you there is a value in those offered odds. Yeah. So that's another way to look at it. Yeah. So technically, there is an option to lay Germany if you think they're not 10 times better, but you need to take into account the fact that, you know, Germany playing at home, they are the hosts. They have a great record in the Euros. Yeah. They won 3 times Euros in total, and they are the best team in terms of won matches at the championships at 27. So, you know, but on the other hand, we could say that, you know, they maybe need some stability. They are not that convincing in the last games, but yeah, tough decision, really. But on the other hand, you know, this lay is very cheap. Yeah, 1.3 odds, very solid return if Germany doesn't make it with a win. Okay, now over 2.5 goals, we have this, I think, is pretty fair, 1.69. This is something that I would personally, I think, agree with. 1.69, of course, translates to 59%. It's almost 60% chance of this game going over, and I think that's fair. That's fair. Germany will be looking for a good start. They are, however, under pressure. They need 3 points. Scotland, you know, nothing to lose. They were able to score many times against Germany. Yeah, I think 169 is pretty fair. So don't want to make this video too long, but need to end with my favorite, right? And my favorite is the correct score market. So if we look at the number of expected goals, it's 3, exactly 3. Natural logarithm of 20 is 3, and that's the expected number of goals. So if the expected number of goals is 3, you can try to build your position on the correct score market and select some score lines. Yeah, I would probably, I mean, with such a strong favorite, you have to take cover against any other home win, I believe. 4.7 is not that bad. Sorry, it's not that bad. But you have to take cover. I mean, first goal from Germany, especially if it's scored earlier, and these odds drop, yeah, significantly, and you know, they won't probably get back to 4.7. I mean, obviously, especially if the second goal is scored. So if you look at 3 goals, we would be looking at 2-1. We would be looking at 3-0, and 1-2, 44. That's generous. And of course, if we add 3-0, any other home win, we can debate whether we should be adding 2-2 and 2-0 to that. Yeah. Building such a position, if you do equal stake, let's say a tenner, that will give you a total liability of 70. That means that, you know, on 2-0 is a scratch trade, but you're not winning anything if the game goes 4 goals. So there's nothing to win if it's 2-0. 3-0 you win small amount, and any other home win is not covered. So obviously you need to change this, right? And for those 2-2 and 1-2, you could definitely reduce. Let's say you go 7 here and you go 7 here, because yeah, and yeah, which is on this exchange there is a minimal stake restriction. If you don't have it, you should probably reduce those odds and try to build your position around it for a healthy return. Yeah. Now, is it possible? You know, this position, if you look at it, is basically trying to profit from 1-2 and 2-2. Otherwise, it's very hard to to profit from it, unless it ends 3-1. Here we have a healthy profit. So I would take out 1-2 probably. If it goes to 1-2, I think it's 2-2 in the end. So that one we could take out. That changes things a little bit. We could probably ask for 4.8 here for any other home win, but still this is not good. 2-0 10, 3-0 28, nothing for any other home win, and 57 liability. This is just not a good position to be in, and there is just no value here. I mean, going for Germany to win, unless you remove some scores, some further scores, you remove 2-0 and you go for that type of a trade. So basically a scratch trade on any other home win, 2-1, 2-2, pretty well covered, comparing to the liability, and 3-0, 3-1 also pretty well covered. Yeah, 3-0 almost 100%. So this kind of makes sense, but that position, I don't know if the risk versus reward ratio is good enough here. Yeah, 2-0 is something that the market is expecting, by the way. Yeah, or of course any other home win, pretty low odds. Yeah, so going for that, not a big value. Perhaps this is the position, but again, you would need to count on a solid performance from Scotland here to benefit from this, unless it's just 3-0 and then still you're not winning even your stake. So I think it's better value just to lay Germany, right? If you were to build the trade around it. in the correct skull market at those odds. Yeah. Okay, right. So that's my thoughts. I mean, I would be more than happy to see what you guys think. I think the most reasonable, to be honest, thing to do is to let this game go. It's the first game of the tournament. Just see how it goes. Whether is there a surprise? No surprises. How the teams perform. It's a long tournament, many games, so I think in the end, it would be best to just watch the game and enjoy it. Maybe look for some in-play opportunities. Yeah. Right. So that's it from me. Enjoy the tournament. And yeah, well, I'll definitely try to record more of those and share some thoughts about the upcoming games. Okay. Footy Trader here, and yeah, over and out.